Hello there, internets. So Elite Dangerous 3.2, aka Chapter 3 of the Beyond series of updates, will be hitting our hard drives, or I guess solid-state drives more these days, on the 28th of August. And included in this update is going to be a new variant of the Challenger Chieftain that'll have a ship-launched fighter bay. We'll see large modules for missiles, both dumbfire and seeker, as well as torpedoes. Small modules for some of the Guardian hybrid weapons that were released earlier this year for medium, I believe, size 2. A human Guardian hybrid fighter that I'm sure is going to take a substantial amount of grind in terms of blueprints and parts and all of that good stuff in order to unlock those. It'll be interesting to see if those are any better, worse, or about the same as human-built fighters or the AX anti-Thargoid fighters. And again, these look like they're mainly aimed at fighting whatever's going to be the next round of larger, bigger, smaller, faster, whatever Thargoid ships that'll probably be introduced as part of this update as well. Now, this is one of those smaller updates. They are going to include planetary wing missions. I'm very excited, actually, to see that. To see if missions like Kill the Goliath or what other type of missions they might be adding in. And I hope it's more than just one or two wing mission types that were added in initially. You know, you can only kill a named pirate that's escorted by 9 AI ships. That's not that difficult when you have god-tier end-game ships to begin with that we saw when they released wing missions. Again, I hope there's more wing missions. I hope these planetary wing missions turn out to be fun and something worth doing. I don't hold out the highest hopes. Again, it seems like every time they lay the foundations, but they can't ever follow through and keep adding these at a decent clip and decent rate. That being said, I am still rather impressed that we're getting the follow-up to Chapter 2 so soon, with basically about 8 weeks since the release of Chapter 2. That being said, with Chapter 4, or I guess 3.3, that'll be coming out later this year, is going to be the major Big Daddy update. And frankly, at this point, I think I could see a beta beginning sometime in the middle of October. I have a feeling it'll probably be a 6 to 8 week long beta process with several versions released throughout that point, since they're going to be adding in guild mechanics and these fleet carriers and several other things along those lines. Major changes to the game, essentially. And if that's the case, probably on tap for an early to mid-December launch. And I also am very interested to see if they're going to add a paid DLC expansion in December as well. What that could possibly be, I don't think anybody has a clue at this point. Some people have speculated flying through gas giants. Other people have speculated perhaps atmospheric planetary landings. Who knows? They like to keep mum about some of the stuff that they've been working on in those departments. Certainly, we're going to see improved planetary lighting, potentially even in this update, and the changes to the exploration mechanics, which I'm all behind in 3.4 later this year. But if they do add new paid DLC, it'll be interesting to see how many of my friends actually pick it up. Because as it stands right now, I'm the only one of the bunch that has a lifetime pass. So that could end up fragmenting the player base, not only in the PC realm, but on the console realm as well, as I believe both the Xbox and the PlayStation releases included Horizons as part of those packages. Now, to be honest, I've not touched Elite Dangerous since June. In fact, this is year-old footage of flying in Elite Dangerous. Like literally a year ago today of me recording this video. So that kind of tells you what I'm doing when it comes to background footage and things. I've just not been playing the game. Part of that is I've got my Warthog hooked up for flying in DCS. I can still play Elite Dangerous with that. That's not a problem. But I do have like the SRV set up to use my CH gear with the Flight Sim yoke as a steering wheel type thing. So I'd have to probably go set up a few things for the SRV. Not that big of a deal. I do need to get out to Guardian Space again and go to one of the sites and get some more components that I was running low on to get the FSD booster and whatever else module that was worth getting. But I just haven't had the time. I think this weekend I will, or at least I'll try to make the time. But what are you doing? How are you seeing this update? Let me know in the comment section down below. Until then, I'll see you next time.